Welcome to my channel. I'm David.
This is a G-Shock gw-6900. This is one of the most probably iconic model. And we can just dive in some details. So this is a watch has been featured on many action movies, and actually it's an updated version of the gw-6900. The gw-6900 has been used in the actual, American Navy SEALs. So it's a military watch. You can call it a military gear. So if you are a fan of military watches, as you can see, my channel is called Military Watch, and so that is one of the reasons I always enjoy to sharing views, thoughts on military watches with friends. So if you love military style watches, such as those kind of field watches, please subscribe and leave your thoughts on watches. So now let's just talk about the dimensions. This is watch. The case diameter around is 53 millimeters. The height is the height is 53 millimeters. The case diameter is 50 millimeters. It's worth maybe because of the shape of the case, so it was okay on my relatively slender wrist. Besides, it's very light. It only weighs 63 grams. Very light, so it's just very comfortable on my wrist. So this watch, as you can see, it has 4 small metal buttons, which I like the most. Some casual watches have the get the metal covered or something like that, so sometimes the button parts gets broken or just falling off, which is pretty bad because sometimes it's hard to find the part to get it repaired. So I think this simpler is better. It's better for the buttons here. So it got plenty of functions that are very useful functions, such as the solar power is the most valuable function for me. Myself, I replaced so many casual watches with batteries. So it's not hard to replace battery by yourself, especially this watch, with the screw down case. So you can just use a small screwdrivers to remove the case and replace the battery. It's not as hard as maybe there's some Citizen or some other watches. They are really hard to replace the battery. But this one, as long as you find the right battery, that model number I put on the screen, so you can, once maybe it has to wait, after years or decades, then you need to replace solar power battery. It's not a problem, no. So that's why I prefer this model to DW6900. They're almost the same, and if you don't mind, the radio wave, the radio control function, the multi-band, the top solar. The only difference I think is you have to replace the battery within 3 years or 5 years on the DW6900. The whole design, the case, almost identical. So there are major difference on the 3 eyes here. You can call 3 small windows here. These 3 windows actually works for as indicators. They have actual purposes. So So as you can see, the first little window here got the indicator indicating it indicates the power level, battery level here. Now it's high here, at the middle and low, and charging and the power save mode. The second is the functions such alarm, I think, and mute and automatic year or night something. And last one is countdown window. So yeah, I think it makes sense. Makes much more sense than the gw-6900 black case. It's matte finished, and so it's not as shiny. So I think it's cool. It's cooler for plastic resin made watches. Matte finish is better because sometimes it's too shiny. You get oily. It's easy to get feels got dirty and on the case. So and then matte finish is good for this type of watch, especially as a military gear, actual military gear. So you don't want the case to get too much reflection to expose your location. So water resistance on this one is 20 bar, which is perfect. I mean, for most people, 20 bar is good enough. So I say G-Shock, of course, it has very strong shock resistance, and the whole design, the way they make the urethane band or resin band. So the shape is, it has two functions. I think one is you keeps your wrist is more comfortable, and another is makes it more breathable, especially for hot summer. So you got plenty of holes on the watch band, so you can adjust to face your wrist. This model has been there for decades, so kind of different collaboration models there. You can find so many collaboration models, different color and different design. And now let's just dive in functions. The time setting, you press here to the settings. And this is TYO, means Tokyo. So you want to adjust the city, press here. So now let's just switch to other. This is the daylight saving time, auto, 24 hours, or you can change to 12 hours, as long as you like. This is to just a second. You press here to add as 1 second minus second, increase, decrease. So this change an hour, minute, year, the month, date, and get a key sound mute or get muted or this is LT, the backlight. They have like 1 second, 3 second. You can switch to I think 3 seconds switch works better on this. So this is power save mode. So if you get the watch fully charged, especially if you turn the power save mode on, then it runs about 26 months. And so it's 2 years, and you don't need to worry about the battery level. But it's power save off, then it runs about 9 months. So that's a very cool function. So now let's just the function of how to receive because this is a time you can watch. So you can press here to get the signal, to get a radio wave. So this is the last time I successfully got the signal. It's had a successful sync. So here is RCVD. It means it has synced successfully before. So if you want to manually get the signal to correct the time, you press here, long press here. Then now it means it's receiving the signal. Level 1 means the signal is not strong, it's weak. It has to be level 3, and then with a few seconds or minutes, then it can sync successfully. So that is how to manually get it synced. So here is because I already switched the backlight to 1.5 second to 3 seconds. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3.